Can you tell me a little bit about your play and what inspired it?
You want to go?
I went through a really horrible divorce, and someone told me to save those emails. They were entertaining, and he was the one.
They were so funny. We said we got to base a play around this, and a lot of our shows are every one of our plays is different. So some of them are really huge. We want to do something on a small scale, and this is only 5 people, and we thought Love Letters is such a big hit. We thought this could be sort of like that, except a little more current, and so it's a story of a divorce told through emails. And
the names have changed. The emails are the same. No.
That's right. And it's not like Love Letters in that we actually have a chase scene in the middle of the whole thing using Blackberries and cell phones, and so it gets pretty wild.
So do you guys consider yourself very technology savvy, email addicted?
Yep. We balance each other out.
I'm terrible with technology. I have to pay people to come in and tell me how to get my, I can't find my files, they come in and do that.
Yeah, I'm probably a little more advanced than you, though. I didn't write on computer for a long, long time. I always wrote longhand, but iPhones and texting and all that, I'm probably better than him.
Well, to be going through that divorce.
Well, that was also a little simpler. There was really only email then, and the first Blackberries were just coming out.
Yeah. So how much of the emails from the real life situation went into this?
A lot.
Was it unusual at all to share that with everybody?
Well, not everybody. Well, now a lot of people know, but I didn't do it right away. It was late when we wanted to do it, and I said, "Well, I have those emails." He said, "Let me look at them." And
they made me laugh so much. Just the two of them going back and forth at each other. They got a little nasty. So I was wildly entertained and thought other people would be too. So.
They were.
Has your ex seen the show?
I doubt it.
Doubt it?
I mean, I can't swear because we've done a couple of productions of it. We've been up here twice, but I don't think so.
And what's it like for you to see the finished product?
Well, now to me it's a different
completely
thing.
Different thing.
The names are changed,
yes.
And there's certain things we changed. Every now and then I say a line and go, God, I actually wrote that. But most people don't know that.
How do you go about taking just like an email and then turning it into an interesting story? Because
Well, we created characters that didn't exist around it. I mean, it's the husband and wife, and a lot of it's very different. She doesn't have the same job or...
There are a lot of universal themes in it that people, I don't think there's anybody out there who hasn't sent an email they wish they could pull back, or somebody who didn't get in trouble by a joke thing they sent around the office, or that kind of stuff.
Responding to all instead of one.
That's my worst nightmare.
It starts off as a flirtation, and next thing you know, it's a serious thing. A lot of people know each other before they ever meet. Better than you ever would when you just meet a person for the first time.
And people don't censor themselves on email. Back in the old letter writing days, you'd write something and go, no, I really shouldn't send that. You had time to think about it. Now people just send it and then it's too late. So that's
and once it's out there, you can't get it back.
Someone needs to invent an undo button.
And there isn't. They said even if you delete it, it's in there.
Oh, my worst nightmare. So, what about the physicality of the play? Is the whole thing in front of computers?
There's 5 laptops, 5 actors, but we get up on your BlackBerry and your cell phone, so there's constant movement, and you feel like you've seen. You feel like you've been to all the different locations we talk about, and Gary Schaefer is our director, and he's really opened it up and done a nice job with it.
And a lot of people have said that, I felt like I knew all the characters that are only talked about that you never see. They felt very real to them. So.
How was it handing over the script to him? Was it difficult?
For him, it's hard because he usually directs.
I've directed most of our shows, at least in the initial productions, and we're both in this as well. So you can't be you should never direct yourself. Period. Unless you're Woody Allen or somebody like that. So Gary, I found a kindred spirit in how he approaches comedy and farce, and
he still goes up to him and whispers something in rehearsal, but most of the time, he's been great.
Yeah.
So what about having him direct you in something you wrote? Like, did he ever come up to you and want you to do something that was maybe different from what you originally envisioned?
I always try it, because even if it doesn't work, you learn something from it. So, and I've said to him, well, this doesn't make any sense. And he goes, Jane, you wrote it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll fix that.
So did you guys have a hand in the casting? beyond yourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
But we always think of other people to do it. This show is a show we always pictured, because you can read it off the computer and there's not a lot of rehearsal time, that would be fun to see different people do it different nights. And
from
like
day
that.
one, she's told me the second Alec Baldwin wants to do my role. I'm out of the show.
I want to see him do it so badly.
And we have a guy, Glenn Jones, who's done, I think we've written 23, 24 plays, and he's done probably 18 of them. He's sort of my sidekick in all the shows. He's fantastic. So he's back with us. And then Barbara Bonilla and Fran Solgan we cast from open auditions.
And how's it working with them? What's the atmosphere like on set? Do you guys have...
It's fun, but it's because you're emailing, you don't really look at something. It's different. But you're communicating with all of them, and because the theater is so small, the audience sees everybody all the time. So you're on the whole time.
And can you tell me about your characters?
I'm the cheating husband. I'm the sleazy cheating husband.
That's an apt description.
He tries to do the right thing, but he just can't help himself. He just has to go back to the well a little once too often. Jane plays the
wronged wife.
She gets her first computer. She gets her first laptop from her husband as a gift at the beginning of the show. So she's new to all the technology, and by the end, she sort of figures out an awful lot.
Yeah. And then it's their best friends, how they feel about it, the other woman. It's, and some of the lines from my best friend are lines my actual best friend said to me.
Has she seen it? What does she think?
Yes, she has actually read it, and might be coming this Thursday or next Thursday. She laughed, she was one of the ones who said, save those emails.
So can you tell me more about this chase scene?
I drive and text at the same time at one point during the show.
People are hiding.
No.
Yeah, it's a little violent.
So by the end of the show, everybody just wants to kill everybody else. So we're all trying to get to the other person to finish them off, basically. And things just spiral out of control. And you should never text and drive at the same time. It's the lesson you learn in here.
So apparently, people really enjoyed the show. You had 2 performances already.
We tried 2 out to see.
We've done a couple productions of it regionally, and then we came up to New York and tried it out at the Triad, see if the Triad and the show were a good mix. And the response was fantastic. We were sold out and instantly almost, and it's been great. So we're back for a lot of dates between now and December 30th, and hopefully more beyond that. But we're gonna see how the next 3 months go first.
I know you both have worked in film and TV as well. I mean, why not adapt it into something else? No one's really tried that before. It seems like a different way to approach it. Have you seen
probably
those?
is webisodes and when we did the first production out of college, we did what was the MySpace when that was really big when we first tried it.
All the characters had MySpace pages
and under their character names and everything, and wrote things about it. I don't know if it's physical enough.
It's
very theatrical. It is a theater piece.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the new iPhone FaceTime where you can look at the
yeah.
I always think that could be a very interesting way to shoot a scene.
Yeah.
Something along these lines.
We've had directors that came to see it that are TV or film directors that said, I'd open it up. I'd go see his office. I'd go see their house. I'd go do all this stuff and meet all these other characters. So probably if you did, you'd have to open it up.
So I know you're probably both enjoying the run right now with this.
Well, it's a little hard since we fly back and forth in LA between shows.
So then you do have a lot of other things going on. Can you share any of that?
Well, it's pilot season. We just did a pilot for Disney last year that unfortunately didn't go.
Yeah.
Janet Saves the Planet. She won't save the planet, but we have another one going out, so we'll see what happens. But you have to be back there this time.
And we have another farce we're writing. We always do 12 projects at once, So we have a show called A Dirty Farce that we're writing. That'll be done next spring, we think. And so.
What's that one about?
It takes place in Vegas. It's sort of
mixture of
hangover-ish.
Date night? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
If you had to pick an example,
Any more TV pilots in the works?
Yes, we have one right now called Reservations that we are going to pitch when we fly back on Monday.